of women that Kathy Hadley, I almost said three. Kathy Hadley and Marie Bowers and others are a part of that are really reshaping the industry and how it communicates and how it gets agriculture's word out. And I'm just thrilled that both of them have agreed to speak and talk to us today about their stories and ask us about what's ours. So first is Brenda Furkatich. Brenda's a third-generation farmer from St. Paul. She's been farming full-time since 2006 and currently manages her family's 1,000-acre farm. They raise grass seed, hazelnuts, crimson clover, wheat, vegetable seed, and peas. Brenda is very involved in many parts of her industry and community. She's a volunteer firefighter and EMT in her small town. She's involved with Marion County Farm Bureau as a clover commissioner and always tries to find new ways to bridge the gap between urban neighbors and a rural life of farming. Brenda is married to Matt Furkatich, I think Matt's here, who was here earlier, who's also recently started farming with her. They have a son, Hoot, and an old hunting dog, Diesel, and a farm dog, Yukon.
What about the other side?
Shelley has worked on her family's farming and trucking operation for more than 10 years, currently serving as vice president. The mother of 3 children, in 2015, she was named the National Farm Mom of the Year out of 1,400 women who were nominated for that honor from throughout the country. It's quite an impressive feat. As the National Farm Mom, Shelley toured the country talking about Oregon agriculture and learning how it is in many ways similar to and in some ways different from agriculture in other regions. Shelley also serves as president of the U.S. Forage Export Council and is a member of the Linn County Farm Bureau Board of Directors. We are thrilled to have these 2 prominent women in agriculture as our keynote speakers for the Ag Summit. Please join me. Oh, and I do understand, first for the Ag Summit, I think we're being live streamed or something, the keynote address. So anyway, they're changing the world for us. So please join me in welcoming Shelley and Brenda.
Hey, Brenda, nice outfit. Thanks, Shelley. Haven't I seen you somewhere? Well, maybe let's see. If you've had your TV on, possibly in the past few voting cycles, there's been Measure 97, gross receipts sales tax, Measure 94, or Measure 92, excuse me, GMO labeling, and there was Measure 84 to ending the Oregon estate tax. Then there's also been a few commercials for Oregon AgLink, the I Am Oregon Agriculture, and even one for Oregon Grass Seed Commission. My name is Brenda Furkatich, and I'm a third-generation farmer from St. Paul. I want to say thank you for having us here today. I grew up on a farm just up the road here in St. Paul, and I took a short hiatus down to Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles, where I received my business degree. Then I wanted to come back to the farm, and I knew that from the start. In 2006, my dad offered me a position as a mere intern, and I can tell you that I haven't looked back. Today, I'm the owner-operator of Kirsch Family Farms. I farm 1,000 acres alongside of my husband and a very dedicated team of employees. We grow a variety of crops, including hazelnuts, grass seed, vegetables, vegetable seeds, wheat, and clover. And we are also raising a couple of kids, Hoot, who is 2 now, and Dad, who is 1. Up with me here today is Shelley Davis, and also looking wonderful in her outfits. I feel like I see your face everywhere.
Sometimes it feels like that. Most likely you would have first seen it when I won America's Farmers Farm Mom of the Year given by American Agri-Women and Monsanto in 2015. Since then, I started blogging and have become more outspoken about the current situation of farming and transportation here in Oregon. I'm in the state capitol too much, as are you, Brenda, and tend to be involved in different organizations. My name is Shelley Davis, and I'm a third-generation farmer from Tangent. Along with 2 of my siblings, parents, and close to 50 employees, we help manage about 1,000 acres of grass seed, wheat, and hazelnuts. We also run a 36-trucking operation, hauling agricultural products and bail about 22,000 acres of grass straw that we compress, containerize, and ship to Asia as feed for dairy and beef farms. My husband Jeff and I are raising 3 girls, 14, 11, and 9. He manages his family business, and he's a third-generation glazer. Running our separate family businesses and raising a family sure keeps us hopping. I mentioned my blog, Brenda, you blog too, called Nutty Grass. Where did you get that name?
So it's back in 2012, and I was at a conference talking about how to be a better advocate for your industry. I was talking about how I love to write and I love to tell these stories. And a lot of times I tell them to a lot of my college friends who grew up in Southern California, and you can say very removed from the farm. When I told them these stories, they told me that they wanted to hear more all the time. And so at this conference, I was talking to the speaker, advocate in her own right, Michelle Payne, and she said, you know, you're a nut and a grass farmer. Why don't you call it nutty grass? You know, get out there, start a blog. And that's what I did. And it really started that simple. It was just telling stories. It was connecting myself to a different community. But then, you know, sometimes the content that I produce is fluffy. It's very non-controversial. But I think that I do also ask my readers to take that step back, go that extra step forward even, and look at the bigger picture of agriculture. Look at what we're doing on our farm. Concurrently, that also requires that I take that step back. And I ask myself, why do we do this on our farm? From the beginning, I decided that I was going to be transparent because I realized that that is an incredibly important part in our industry. And it's not always pretty. I can be honest with you that I have posted some pretty sad posts about losses of crops, about stress, about the weather, but I think that's important too because a lot of people look at a farmer as someone just standing in their field smiling in the sunshine, and that's really not our reality, as most of you know. On our farm, some of those realities are spraying. They're pesticides. They're things that people don't always like to hear about, but I think it's important. And this also all ties into this great life that we lead. It's hopefully making a living and enjoy what we can accomplish, and it's also talking about some of those wins. Shelley's blog is called Daughter of Trucker, which